today I just wanted to come on here and just talk about some health things and some frustrations and concerns that I've heard from other people, and just kind of talk about those and hopefully just help other people not feel like so discouraged and overwhelmed by trying to be more healthy, because I know it can be. There's a lot to it, or there can be. It can be very simple once you figure out some basics. So I am going live because that's honestly easier for me and my brain space and my life. I look like this any given day, so I just don't have time to make things look all great and perfect and professional right now in the season that we're in, with building a house and work and kids and school and all the things. So today, let's just talk about, I've heard a lot of people lately just ask and be frustrated in the sense of, why do we have to learn and understand so much about health? And while you don't have to, a lot of people don't, and that's okay. For the longest time, I thought I was doing great and doing all the right things, and through a very serious health thing, which we've talked about before, I kind of had to dig in a little deeper and understand so that I could protect myself from getting a lot more sick than necessary at 30 years old. And at the time I was 27, so kind of crazy. But the reason why we have to be so conscious and kind of educate ourselves is because there's not people really doing it anymore. It's not really taught very well, if it's taught at all. I was taught a little bit about health in school, but mainly about, I don't know, I can't really say for certain how much I learned. It was so long ago and I was a kid, so it might have been more so that I didn't care. So I see that we have someone in here, so if you can hear me, that would be great if you could just comment that you can hear me. But the reason why we have to learn and be conscious about it is because people aren't going to teach it to us, so you really have to go looking for it. And when you do, there's tons of content out there once you start looking for it. It's just not going to come flooding towards you probably. And the reason why we have to go looking for it and seek it for ourselves is, one, this is our body. It was given to us. It's a gift. And so this is our responsibility to manage and to be a good steward of. So it's good, honestly, that we kind of have to go looking for it and learn about our bodies and how they function and how they function better. But also because times have changed. You know, processed foods, convenience, restaurants, people just trying to make the most profit. So they're not using organic things. They're not using a lot of things, or even, you know, genetically modified, because that's cheaper. It's cheaper to make, it's cheaper to sell, it's cheaper to buy, and it's cheaper to offer. And so with those things of having to us try to save money and people trying to make money, things have just gotten off track a little bit with health and what's offered to us and what's easy. So we have to be conscious about it, because it's not like it was 100 years ago, not even really like it was 60 years ago. So much is about convenience and processed and packaged and throw in the microwave, maybe throw in the oven, or maybe you don't have to do either of those things. And we don't have a very good relationship with our food anymore. Once the farming and agricultural period kind of ended and it went into the industrial period, people raising their own food, their own little gardens, their own meat, and their own eggs, the more separated we got from our food, the more other people had to fill the gap. And it became, you know, about we have to produce a lot for a lot more people, because everybody is more reliant on a grocery store because they're not producing their own as much. So when that happened, naturally, you know, supply and demand, we had to rely on stores and for things to last long enough to make it from farms to sit on shelves. You know, like it makes sense how things got off. it's unfortunate and it's very discouraging. I will tell you, the more that I learn about regulations and things that are approved and are deemed like okay, they're not. They're not okay. They're very damaging to our bodies. And so while it can be discouraging, it's also, for me, very encouraging and enlightening, and it's also just helped me have such a beautiful appreciation for the body that God gave me, and just how incredibly intricate and how it works together. And it is actually very simple. So just to kind of like, I know it can be overwhelming. I have a very full life with work and a family and things that I'm pursuing and building a house, and we want to start a farm and all the things. So I know what it's like. Hey, I love y'all too. How are y'all doing? I miss you guys. So I understand a busy life, and I understand that sometimes it's just hard to make your own food and to take the time to cook and prepare and shop and think through meals. And so sometimes it's easy to just do a frozen meal in the oven, and I get that. And it's actually been a really hard struggle for me this last year, you know, trying to still keep that balance of like good, healthy meals for my family and for me. So with that all said, is that my goal here is to simplify things, to help. Like, if you want to know the scientific stuff, I can point you in the direction, because I do want to make the clarification that I am not a professional. I did not go to school for this. But I have really dug in, because the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn, the more I wanted to understand. I don't just want to know that this salt is better. I want to know why. I want to know how to use it. I want to know when's the right time to use it. And that goes across the board with anything that I put on my body or in my body. And so I am on a journey of learning more and more in depth. But it's a lot. So like scientifically, medically, I can't do it as well as people that I follow can do it, and I will definitely point you in the direction of those people. If you want to know more deep scientific understanding, why you do this, why you don't do this, why you do this at this time of day and not this time of day, they can definitely help you with that. What I want to do is more so simplify it, make it really easy, give you the core basics, and then if you want to grow past those like I did, then it's a journey. So you find your way there naturally. And that's what I hope for everyone, is that you would get a passion and an appreciation and a joy from understanding how our bodies are made. And that journey would be natural, and you would grow along the way like I did. I didn't just consume it all really quickly. It's literally like been 10 years in the making since I really started to pay attention to this stuff. Before that, it was just, you know, like I knew the basics of processed foods and soda and all the things, you know, because my mom was very healthy, so she taught me that kind of stuff. But it's definitely got a lot more in depth as an adult. So I just want to do like simple things, point you in directions, and just be more so like someone in the trenches with you. Be more, you know, like dealing through the emotions and the frustrations and the confusions and the anger that will probably pop up sometimes when you learn certain things that are very common, or it's common in society, but it shouldn't be. It should be illegal. So I want to be more so a voice in that realm of things. As I learn and grow and feel more qualified, I guess, or capable to really teach you, then I might grow into that in the future, you know, like do certain sessions where we go a little deeper and it's not as simple or whatever the case may be. So for anyone that ever has any questions, I'm probably going to go live for the foreseeable future, because like I said, it's easier. I get in my head and I will record and re-record and re-record and re-record, because I think it needs to be perfect, and it really doesn't. What we're all seeking is someone who understands us, someone we can connect with, someone that is teaching something that we care about or that we're interested in. And so if you're interested in learning about your body and learning about health and finding other people who care about it and know a lot about it and truly are passionate to help people and not just to medicate and to get symptoms gone, but to really solve the issues that you are dealing with every single day, then that's what I want to bring you here. So what I want to leave you with, and then I'm going to go for today. What I want to leave you with is I want to, one person that I have watched and learned from for a long time now, and I can confidently point you in her direction and feel like you are going to get good, solid, unbiased education and information and direction, is Barbara O'Neill. Barbara O'Neill is truly amazing. She is so easy to learn from. She's got so much content on YouTube of people recording the places that she goes and speaks to. People want to learn from her all over the world. She really is such a sweet and kind and just soft and just like such a sweet soul and heart you just get from her videos. Like, she's just like a grandmother. Like, so my grandmother was super, like sweet and calm and loving, and that's like she is. She's like a grandmother. So she's really, really, I love to learn from her. She definitely is one that goes deep. So if you want to really understand what to do, why, and how, then you will learn that from pretty much any video you watch from her. She has books. She has a website. So she's a solid person. That's the recommendation I'm going to give you today, is if you're looking for that deeper dive and you haven't heard of her, or you're unsure, because she does have a lot of negative press because she's doing things differently. She's actually healing people through the knowledge that she is giving to them, and they are coming off medicines and they're not needing doctors as much. So if any of that has impacted you up till now, then I hope that you will give her a true shot to learn from her, because she is amazing. And I love learning from her. And I hope, honestly, one day that I'll get to meet her, and it'd be great if I could have her here on this channel to share with you and to have a conversation with her about whatever it is she would want to share that day at that time. So anyways, I think that is all for me. So I am going to sign off now, and I will see you on the next one. I definitely want to, probably in my next video, give you some more resources that I've come across, whether it's books or cookbooks or people or podcasts or whatever, to continue to point y'all in other directions. Because I know you can't get everything from me, but I definitely want to be a confidant and encourager, an uplifter, and honestly a simplifier, like I said. So anyways, I will see you on the next video, and I love you guys. And it's like I say, you don't need to have a perfect diet. You just need to have an intentional one.